that you should watch them. You should watch like the Infinity War first, and then go back and watch Captain America because to for a character to make a decision like that for a character that is almost human, the closest to human other than the mech boys like War Machine and Iron Man, like he is the closest to human. Oh, and obviously Black Widow, but she doesn't really fight gods. Like the closest to human as the Avengers get, and he fucking I don't know. He stood toe to toe with Thanos.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, I'm gonna show. Go ahead.
Yeah, what?
Joey's been quiet. He's been fucking.
Nah, no one said anything I disagree with. I think it is S tier. Like it's no argument. Like just all around a fantastic film.
Like if you only had one film to watch from the MCU over and over, knowing everything that happens in the MCU,
Yeah, right.
my pick is Infinity War.
I mean, that's one of my picks.
There's
I do.
Guardians.
I do love Guardians 1 and 2, and 2 especially, like more than so many things in this life. But yes, I agree with that sentiment. Just that's definitely one of the films that would be on my mind. Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's hard to say because I mean, objectively, I feel like it has to be an S tier. Just because if you say that any of these films are good, and you can put any of the films that came before it in S tier, or even an A tier, and you can say that everything that came before it tied it together, even just good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it has to go there, but it did it great.
Again, my favorite.
By
landslide to me.
I will not die on the hill, but I would much rather have Winter Soldier higher. I think Winter Soldier is better. It's an S tier though.
I think they're both S tier. I think for me, obviously Infinity War is mine, but I could see Winter Soldier being someone's favorite instead.
So Winter Soldier is not even my favorite. We'll get to that when we get to that. But I think Winter Soldier is objectively the best.
It's tough to
I mean, you're comparing an entire event spectacle to hand-to-hand spy thriller.
Yeah, of course. That's what we're doing. We're comparing all the movies.
It's just. I know, but it's
hard. Tough. It's so tough because it doesn't even feel like it's part of the same genre.
I know it doesn't.
I mean, but that's even like that might be even more of a testament to
how good it is.
How good Winter Soldier is, because
exactly.
Winter Soldier, it cut sort of its ties almost completely to the established universe with all these fucking aliens and horse shit, and there's a talking raccoon, and there's a spider boy with daddy issues, and like it cut its ties from all that and just sort of did its own thing, and it's huge. It doesn't feel like anything else. It has Civil War steals elements of Winter Soldier from it, but I mean, other than that, there's like really nothing else in the MCU that feels like it, and it does it superbly. It does it incredibly.
And how much of we can't at this point? Who cares which one's what? Because at this point, there's something to be said. As so far, the only two so far that are in the S tier are both Russo brothers.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Russo brothers haven't ranked lower than A tier.
Right.
And they won't. There's no way they can. I guess we'll see, though. Here we go.
I guess we'll see. These next two are rough, guys, in my opinion.
Well, hey, wait. I said no spoiling. Ahead.
Well,
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Who wants to take this one? Who wants to get this one going?
It's completely F tier, and I'll tell you why. I don't remember a single fucking thing that happens in the entire goddamn movie. I
remember Salt Shaker.
I didn't see it. This is one I've seen a lot of it, but I'm not comfortable saying I'm not comfortable.
There's cool concepts, but like,
yeah.
The villain, she like disappeared, or was like, did she go small too? I don't even fucking remember. I don't care.
Did she go small too?
The best part about this movie was how it tied into the end of Infinity War in the after credits.
That's
That's
exactly.
That's all you need to say about
that is the only good thing that has come out of this is this story, and I feel like that's the only fucking reason that it was made because
I'll give it a point just because I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I'm putting it at the bottom of D tier, but it's not.
Yeah.
it's
I
complete,
agree.
It's complete F tier. No, it has to. It's probably my lead. It's the worst MCU movie.
You'd rather watch Thor: Dark World?
Yes, because
Oh
I
my
remember.
Oh, dude,
because
I
don't hate it that bad.
Because I remember things from it. Because I remember things. And good, bad, anything, there are good bits in that movie at least. When he hangs fucking his hammer on the thing, it's funny. It's just funny. The funny, crazy doctor, there's some funny bits in it, at least. Ant-Man and the Wasp has absolutely nothing. None of the jokes landed. None of the concepts were anything. The villain was the absolute worst villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I can barely remember what she looks like. And I'm lucky that I remembered that it was a she because I looked at the cover. That's the only reason I remember.
You're lucky you remember it was a movie.
It's the worst one. It is
Ant-Man and the Wasp just sounds like an exhibit to you.
It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. I would watch.
You hated it, but you really fucking.
I don't. No, I don't even hate it. It's just like the worst thing that a movie can do is to be completely forgetful.
Is be
And
nothing.
Is to be nothing because you've wasted. It's got to be the bottom. It's the worst.
I
can't say top. I can't say bottom F. I can't.
I'll give you top of F, but I'm not. There's no way.
I cannot put it at the very bottom.
That's crazy.
We'll debate. We can debate.
That's crazy. He says. That's crazy. You guys are. Yeah, I'm fucking done. That's crazy.
I guess
stupid.
I guess I can't really rank it. It's my grown-ups too of this list.
Right. I can't even like if there was something above S, that's where I would put it. But like I can't. You know what I mean?
Right. Of course.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so funny. That's crazy. I guess I'm friends with idiots. That's crazy.
We'll debate that. Joey, what do you have to say?
What do you got to say, babe?
Sorry, I'm getting real tired. I gotta be up for work.
We're almost done. We have like 3 movies left.
That could take 4 hours. What do you mean almost done?
That's true. That is true.
We've been going on for a while.
Yeah.
But easily God, I hate Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
It's not as bad as Thor: The Dark World for me, but man, it wasn't good.
God damn it.
That's
what an uninspirational movie.
And
the worst part is that there's a chance, as of right now, that Peyton Reed will be the first director to finish a trilogy in the MCU.
That's disgusting. Okay, so listen here.
Disgusting.
Okay, listen here. There are things in Dark World that are. There are things in Dark World that you at least remember, dude. Like you remember that.
I can remember.
You can't.
I remember Salt Shaker. I remember the Pez dispenser. I remember he shrunk the building and made it a
suitcase.
That was cool.
Yeah. I can't even remember if that was an Ant-Man or Ant-Man the Wasp. The
miniature city thing that they set up.
Lawrence Fishburne was in. Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, I straight up fucking forgot.
I forgot till we started talking about it a little bit more, but he was the entire reason that the antagonist lived.
Right. Wasn't it his daughter or no?
It was something dumb.
Okay.
Not his daughter.
Okay. You know what? We will come back to this later. I'm putting it in debate time.
Well, remember that scene? He was like, "Hey, can I make my dick small?" And she was like, "Okay."
And what about the dude that talked, Michael Pena talking real fast? That was funny the first time they did it, but then they did it like 4 times.
I need it more. I'm not kidding.
I need it before and after every movie.
True.
Somebody said that they should do a lead up, like whenever they start Phase 4, they should just have Michael Pena just do a recap. Yeah.
They should just, if they want to cut costs on like VFX and like visual effects people, just don't have visual credits. just don't even have the names of people or anything, and just have him just start saying their names.
Can I have a director's cut where any green screen is just replaced with Michael Pena explaining what the green screen's supposed to be?
Yeah, even if there's a timestamp, like fucking if it says New York 1974, don't have the timestamp. Just have a quick voiceover of him going, New York 1974!
Please, I want that movie.
Okay, we're gonna come back to this one, debate it. I need everyone to be quiet so I can make my case for this next one.
Oh God.
I need everyone to be quiet so I can make my case for Captain Marvel.
We're gonna get mad.
No talking. I will mute. Okay, so here's I gotta be up front. I made a deal that said all that I wanted was Allison. Oh my God, Allison Brie. My God, Brie Larson, who I loved from Scott Pilgrim a lot as Envy Adams, of course, to wear a Nine Inch Nails t-shirt. I said this way before there was any fucking glimpse of that being a reality, and it happened. Okay? Is this movie good? No, it's fucking horrible. It's fucking awful. It's fucking terrible.
Okay.
Holy shit.
But it's a tattoo I must wear. It is my favorite Marvel movie.
Because Brie Larson wears a 9 Inch Nails t-shirt.
Because Brie Larson wears a Nine Inch Nails t-shirt.
Okay.
Oh.
This goes into the
F.
top of F.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought these three movies. See, this is what's been hard. I assumed that these two and Captain Marvel were going to be everyone's bottom three. I put Ant-Man and the Wasp. Originally, I put it in the bottom of D, and then I was like, I don't want to rate this. I'm not comfortable rating it. But this one, this movie sucks. The editing was actually a headache.
The editing was horrible.
Remember when they
That
showed
was the
not
first
just the
thing I
girl in there?
noticed.
That was really cool.
That was the first thing I noticed.
How
was the
and
editing.
also,
It
Captain
had nothing
Marvel's.
to do. It had nothing to do with her being a girl.
Yeah, exactly. Also, how do you? Captain Marvel is such a cool fucking character. How do
She's
you?
Very
overpowered because she's
How-
overpowered.
No, because
No, she sucked. And the writing sucked.
the writing sucked. The writing.
Well, that
could've-
too, right?
the Captain Marvel is like, yeah, I mean, in the source material I'm talking about, like, it's such a good character. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, how do you fuck up so bad? Like, so bad? Like, even so bad? Like, even like bad and then think worse than that?
Bad, and then
And
oops,
then
a little
Ant-Man
bit
and the
more.
Wasp.
Hey, do you
Ant-Man
remember-
bad, and then there's Ant-Man and the
You remember
Wasp.
when Nick Fury got scratched by a cat, and that's when he got betrayed? That was the big betrayal for losing an eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing. The writing I thought was shit. I thought it looked boring.
It was so bad. It was
I
just
thought her performance was really inconsistent. Like I didn't know if she was supposed to be a quiet, like reclusive, strikey type, or then being quirky for 5 seconds. I thought a lot of the themes were shit. I think it was like somebody took all these separated pieces to put together to make a Marvel movie, but then like tried to stick them together with like Play-Doh or something, or like pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Just poop is what it is. It's a poop movie. I fucking loathe this movie so fucking much.
yeah, it was.
I wanted it to be good, but also, I mean, I don't know how you got. I just don't.
I needed it to be good, and it's my favorite of the MC movies. It's my favorite by a long shot.
I just didn't like. I don't like her. I don't like how they treat the character, whether that be a combination of her and the writers or the directors. But then again, she worked with the Russo brothers, and when she got thrown by Thanos, I was like, fuck, that's funny.
So here's the thing I thought her performance D tier, not F tier, D tier. The world D tier, writing D tier, the editing just down here.
It was all F. It was all
The
F for me,
editing
baby.
was a absolute fucking travesty.
I will say that Brie Larson can act. I've seen
She
her
can
do it
room,
before.
yeah.
She can,
I've seen her do it before, and she can.
but
Why they didn't apply absolutely any of her talents or skills whatsoever in the creation of this film?
she just comes off as like an asshole to me for
yeah,
half
she's
of it.
She's bad at
dick.
interviews.
She's a
pretty
dick.
bad at interviews.
Oh no!
Well, no, I'm not talking. Yeah, I'm talking about the movie. I mean,
Okay.
I can usually separate.
Yeah. In the movie,
But,
she just came off. As
she just
like
comes off like she just comes off as she's a douchebag.
Condescending and
She's
cocky and
she's the cocky little shit in
Right.
these movies, and it pisses me off, and I don't like the character like at fucking all.
Yeah,
At all.
If you keep talking about my favorite movie that way,
I mean, I will. I promise I will.
It's very disappointing that like. It's
I was
very
so
disappointing
excited.
that this is the Marvel we have. Like, this is so disappointing that this is the Captain Marvel that we have.
The
And I'll
fact-
be honest, I think there was a bit of an agenda behind it, and I think anytime you try to entertain with an agenda, it's just not.
the fact that Black
good.
Panther was such a cultural reset for the Black community, and then Captain Marvel couldn't be that for women.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Really sucked. Like,
Yeah.
women already had that though, kind of. Actually,
What?
no, sorry. You know what?
Well, not in the
I-
MCU. Not
Not,
Yeah.
no, not in the MCU. I was gonna say you could argue Princess Leia was kind of that reset, but not in the MCU, obviously. All right, we'll move on because look, again, this is not a good movie, but I have a vow to uphold. I have an oath. This is my favorite.
So you'll watch it for sure.
your children.
Yes.
Your children's
You just
children.
won't have a poster of her in a shirt. You'll watch a movie for the shirt.
No, I'll
Yeah.
watch a movie for Brie Larson wearing this shirt.
Okay.
What don't I said I want
Yeah,
Brie
what's-
Larson. If Nick Fury wore the Nine Inch Nails shirt, this movie would suck.
Mhm. I see what he's saying. Go ahead and put it in A tier.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, you know.
Go
it's
ahead and
my
rock.
favorite.
Go ahead and fucking rocket blast it past S, please.
Okay, this is the one I think would spark the most debates, and this is Endgame. So, does anyone want to get this one started?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You go, JD.
Oh, man,
Okay.
oh, man.
So let's have a quick recap, a 20-second recap of Infinity War.
Can I have time out?
Yeah, what's up?
I need to. How many of you own this on Blu-ray?
I do.
Joey does,
have-
and I used to live
I
there.
do.
How
I
many
have
times
it.
have you watched this since you got it on Blu-ray?
Yeah, I have. Twice.
I have watched it. I think I've watched it once since I haven't been in
Did you
theater.
actually pay attention? Did you watch the whole way through?
I mean, I was doing other
Are you-
things while I was
Yeah.
like,
Are you asking if I was like on my phone and like
Yep.
and like?
I watched it all the way through.
I'm always
I
on your phone when I'm watching
I
TV at my house.
I paid attention. I've definitely had moments where I can just put my phone down and I don't give a shit. In this case, I was, but I mean, I wasn't. Yeah, but anyway.
All I'm saying is that I've had it on Blu-ray the entire time. I tried to watch it once, and I realized that 20 minutes in that there was still 2 hours and 40 minutes left, and I had to go.
So here's
Wow.
here's the thing. Infinity War. Let's talk about that for 20 seconds. It is everything wrapped in a nutshell, pretty much, without being nitpicky. It's everything you kind of want for these characters for that story. It was great. Now, Endgame.
Nice.
Like I said, Infinity War. Oh fuck! This is an event, but guess what? I'm gonna watch it when I get home. You know what I mean? I'm gonna watch it when it comes out. This is a good movie. This is an experience. This is a really good movie. Now, Endgame. Now, it's an event, sure. It is an event that you absolutely had to be in the theater to see.
Yep. 100% agree. 100%.
Rewatch value? Not a lot.
Not a lot, I'll say.
Because
There's totally some though. There's some.
okay,
There's key parts of the movie that I
The
love.
last,
this is the
20
thing.
minutes.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. But guess what? I don't want to buy a movie to rewind. I don't want to fast forward for 20 minutes and go, okay, well that was like an episode of Boy Meets World. What am I going to watch now?
And you skipped 2 hours and 40 minutes before that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now, don't get me wrong. In the theater, every single time I saw it in the theater, it was hype.
Yep. Agreed.
I saw
The moment my fat ass didn't watch it in the theater, I was like, oh.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know where I want to put it. There are aspects of it I do like. I like the idea. I like the whole shit with Steve Rogers being in the support group. Once again, that's a small thing.
Love that. Again, it's sort of encompasses his entire like sort of
Yeah.
character arc.
It's the
They did
character.
justice to everyone.
It's the character shit that I love, and Infinity War did that all the time, the whole time.
Mhm.
This movie, I hate to say, they could have went worse. I will say this, but then again, I think about how much they did. It's kind of fan service, the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree, but I
But-
think all movies of MCU are. I think
This is the
Infinity
biggest
War was too.
This is
I just gotta disagree. I think this takes it into such a you cannot ignore it kind of ball. Like when you watch it outside of a theater and there's not any more of the thrill of saying, I can't believe this is happening. I am live while this is in theaters. And then you just watch it as a movie when you're home. It sticks out like a sore thumb with that aspect of it more than any single one of them. Because I would argue a lot of the quote unquote fan service has served a point up until that point, like in Infinity War, anything that got referenced or whatever the case may be. In this, I mean, maybe they did have to go back in time, but maybe they didn't, and maybe they didn't have to see all the people. Oh, remember
Yeah.
the first movie, guys? Guys,
That was
remember?
my biggest issue. I hate time travel.
That-
I like time travel, and it was fun. It was fun in the theaters, but like when I'm trying to watch a movie, like it's just glitter stuff at that point. It's like buzzwords. It's just pretty paint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
It just lacked the depth that Infinity War had, and
wish-
it's a damn shame. It's really fucking sad, and like even Thanos, I think, kind of suffered.
Oh yeah,
Like a lot.
was not nearly as good. Not even
Yeah.
a fraction of what he
They
was.
kind of
Well, because at this he was a prop. He was a prop at that point.
Yeah, they kind of just stapled him on top of the whole thing. Like they wrote it and they just stapled him on top of it. Like he was not
Yeah,
interconnected with any of the stories. Really, he was not except for Nebula. He was kind of integral to that whole sort of little thing that was going on there. But like other than that, he really didn't like add a lot. Like he wasn't as integral. You didn't see the vastness of his power. You didn't understand the philosophy of his ideology in the way that you did in
Mhm.
Infinity War.
exactly. He was
That
very.
was
It was
kinda
very.
there.
He was shallow. It was a shell of the character that we liked, and
Well, the issue with that though is that I mean, as much as I love Thanos in Infinity War. This is a Thanos. Well, the Thanos in Endgame is like Guardians 1 Thanos,
That
like
is
because
true.
of the time travel. So he's not this like war hardened. He's in the middle of his onslaught. Like he's in the middle of taking over everything, which is why he's so shallow. But at the same time, if they gave him like 15
Sure.
minutes of screen time, just
well,
like
yeah.
you give him a little sliver. Let him show me what he can do. Show me him.
Well, yeah, exactly. We never had an intimate moment with him because sure, you could argue that he was still in the process of doing what he wanted to do, but his beliefs should still be the same, and those should still cut through. And there should almost be this relentless kind of moving forward thing that we should have seen because he was in the middle of it and because he was so determined. And I just feel like we didn't. He just seemed like a prop of what the character needed to be. I will say, I was hinting at this earlier. I love Thor in these two movies. I think what they did with Thor was fucking awesome.
Made him
Well,
a
they-
Viking, which is cool.
What they
I
did with Thor is fantastic.
so good.
What they did to our poor boy Hulk is a
Banner.
goddamn
I agree.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
goddamn
something to-
travesty.
yeah,
I'm
that's what
awful
I.
to look at.
That's
just
what I.
don't
That's
look
what.
at it anymore.
That's what I hammered in when even starting with Ragnarok. From that
Goddamn
point on,
travesty. Goddamn
mean,
travesty.
yeah, it was.
I don't
It
even
just. It's like they saved themselves for me with Thor. With these two movies, they saved that for me because I think what they did with him was awesome. But I think what they do is, oh, we don't know how to write for a character, so can we just make him funny? Can we just
make
can
him
we, guys? Can we just make him a bit of a goofball?
Even
'Cause
though
we
he
don't-
literally, oh my god, this is a good challenge because he was in a lot of Thor, or I mean Avengers 1 and 2.
yeah,
And his character is not. It's not even close. It's not.
it's
like,
not
I
even
would
the
love-
same.
It's not even the same. I would love
it's-
to watch like Ragnarok and Endgame next to Avengers 1 and 2 because it's like it's so
Well, dude,
far.
exactly, because this is my thing. I feel like they've always brushed over the Hulk since Mark Ruffalo joined on, and I feel like they haven't done as much as I wish they could have because Bruce Banner's a great character. That being said, at least in those movies, he was that character
all
just
the
with
time.
just with stuff to be desired. There's a lot left desired, but it was still in the right direction. Like I was like, okay, this can get better. And it was consistent. Like I said, if you want to, I said this earlier before you hopped on. If you want to reconstruct a character and flip it on its head, that's cool. I usually am all about that as long as it's done with purpose and it's done tastefully. When you just do that midway through,
They basically did that off screen.
You're
yeah,
right.
exactly.
His character arc happened fucking
Exactly. And then
World Breaker Hulk.
they made him just a fucking idiot in Ragnarok. Just a fucking goofball. But
just
yeah,
a blubbering fucking idiot on
time travel. Okay, look,
Right.
guys, who are you? Because you're not Bruce. Bring back, resurrect Bill Bixby from the fucking Hulk show from the fucking 70s. I'll take that. I will take that. He was purer than this. What the fuck is this? But anyway, I love what they did with Thor. There were a lot of forced moments in Endgame for me. I don't know. It's just like the very last like 25 minutes of the movie were good, but that's an episode of a show in comparison to
some of the best action in a Marvel film, probably some of the best large scale action, like Civil War, Black Panther, and Winter Soldier probably has the best choreographed action, but like in terms of big scale fighting, like it was a war. They figured out how to shoot a super powered superhero space war, and it looked fantastic.
Yep.
And it could have looked horrible, and it could have been a headache, and it could have not been great, but it looked fantastic. I think the arcs that it settled at the end with Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Tony Stark, I think that it did it wonderfully tastefully. I love that. I love what they did with Stark's family. But I mean, other than that, like the whole second act could have just not even happened.
Yeah, Black Widow died in this movie.
Yeah, didn't even remember that.
Yep.
Somebody else did. I don't remember who. Who else died? Somebody died.
Pepper Potts.
No. She's
Oh,
alive.
no, she did live. Wait, what the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The fact that we
Okay.
don't remember is an issue.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
going
big
to-
issue.
I'm going to go a little bit on this one because I agree with you guys on all your points. But
Seeing him pick up the hammer was fucking insane.
Yeah,
I think that fan service was totally reasonable though because they had foreshadowed that forever.
I think, I said it was totally insane. I think a lot of the shit they did toward the end was good. I loved the last 30 minutes of the movie.
I also thought the beginning was good. I thought that starting it with Hawkeye losing his whole family was fantastic. And showing just
Yeah.
complete
beginning
desolation.
scene.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
It was
Wow.
fucked up.
Jeremy Renner is amazing. So
Like I said, absolutely.
I
Wow.
agree with all you guys, but my big issue I have this issue with everything that tries to do it. When you do anything with time travel has to be the main focus of it, and you lay the rules out right there and you don't fuck with them. But they just muddied 12 years of a champagne dream with this with fucking a free pass to retcon whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and that is kind of like, okay, really? Like that's how we're gonna handle the next phases of like because like when I think about the next phases, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. They're gonna come up with so many new original ideas, and it's gonna be fantastic. But then when they introduce so much muddy shit, like different timelines and like
Hate it.
they screwed up shit. Like, come on, no, we're gonna have to go back to this shit. No, dude.
Exactly. I mean, this is my thing. I'm more about multiverse than I am timelines. If that makes sense.
Too. Absolutely, absolutely.
And I think that was a missed opportunity if they had to do some shit like this.
And I think they did. They had to. I mean, to do anything after Infinity War, unfortunately, it was going to have to be some sort of time travel, alternate universe bullshit.
It was just sloppy, and
it was very sloppy.
Their cheap trick loopholes that they came up with were like, okay, so we can change this, but you know what? We can't change this to death, unfortunately. Why? Just 'cause.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though this is the person we have and we have them in our hands, it just doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
They'll be like, no. Who? I don't know. But they don't. And okay, how about this? The end was fucking wow.
That was amazing.
Wow.
The beginning, setting up this world and where our character's at was cool.
Wow. Yeah, again.
The execution of getting from A to C, the B was bad, and the B was kind of the most was
There's
the
a B?
was the crux of the movie. It was the B line. It was the B point from A to C, and because making the A, showing where they're at, and showing how they feel after, that's easy. That's the easy shit. Showing the work that needs to be done to get there is the hard shit, and they kind of shit the bed on it.
A little bit.
There was a 5-year gap in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't
That's
that crazy?
great.
Well, I liked the beginning. I liked the desolation they did.
Yes,
I mean,
I
And-
liked the fallout. I like the
And-
fallout.
yes,
I wish we
and-
saw more
yes,
of the fallout.
yes.
I wish we
I
explored
I
more
wanted
of
to-
the
In the
world.
movies, between the real B should have just been Ant-Man and the Wasp, which should have not happened, and then the entire midsection, like the year before the movie came out, should have been filled with movies that happened in between the lifespan of.
I would have
Did they
loved
call
to
it the
see.
snap? Did they just call it the snap in the movie?
Yeah, the snap. Yeah,
Which
I
is
think so. The snap.
Cool, just cool.
Which is a cool name.
But
for it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, the A and C were great. That's the easy shit. The before and after, that's easy. The fucking work that needed to be put in, I don't feel like I wanted more nitty gritty with the characters. I wanted more trauma. I wanted more feeling. I wanted more resentment.
More fallout.
Yes, fallout,
Definitely
and then that
fallout.
eventually that payoff where they were like, okay, they're back. Oh my god, this feels so good. After all of this fucking devastation in the last movie and in the first fucking hour of this movie.
Yep.
We didn't get enough of that. It just kind of, they were just kind of like, look guys, we gotta be happy. It's a Marvel movie, right?
Yeah.
Let's get one of
Disney movie.
what if Scott shit his pants?
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
What if Scott never got to eat a taco, so he shit his pants in a time travel suit?
So
Like,
funny.
it just.
What if Scott turned into a baby and shit?
but then he turned into an old man and he shit his pants. But then, the joke was regular Scott just shit his pants.
Plenty of fan service
This is the
coming
thing.
your way.
This is the thing. It's funny, but it didn't need to be there. It's kind of this thing that I had a problem with. It's completely off topic. There's a scene in the new Halloween movie from 2 years ago where there's a scene where it's like a very improv feeling scene between two cops in a cop car. And on paper, it's funny, but they put it like right where shit needed to be happening, and it was, and it felt weird. You don't have Scott shitting his pants where this should be happening.
You don't have Scott shitting his pants when half of the world is
Exactly,
dead.
exactly. The tonal shift. It's just they were acting serious when the world was about to end. So now that it was, where they're like, well, fuck it, it's spring break. Like, let's have a little bit of fun with it. Hey guys, we have time. Like, just like, what the fuck? It just, I don't know, man. It's just goofy.
Let's come back to this one. Oh, okay, yeah.
Even came back because Nebula just stayed a little too long somewhere.
Oh God! I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that they knocked out Quill and got the stone there, and then Nebula stuck around a little too long.
She did.
The machine left, and it made no sense. And then she got caught.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
the entire reason that Thanos even makes an appearance in this movie is bad character decision. Like,
Bad timing, right?
It wasn't even timing. She literally
Like, couldn't they have just flown away in the ship and then said some shit to them then?
Well, didn't they time travel back as soon as they got the stone? Isn't that what
That's
happened?
why I fucking
No,
hate
'cause
time
weren't they
travel.
like-
Jesus Christ, it's so
It can be done, but they just did it bad. I think wasn't it like, you know who else was on so and so in 2012, and then
Yeah,
they
Thanos was in the
stayed there. Didn't they stay there to call?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. And
What the fuck, you stupid! At least go in the air, motherfuckers! What are you doing?
Go in the air.
like, I don't. The fact that the entire last
You know what I'm doing? If I'm stuck in a mall with a nut job and I know I'm not going to get out right away, but I'm on the same floor as him, you know what I'm doing? I'm taking the fucking elevator and then calling somebody. I'm not going, hey, you're never going to guess who's 20 yards away from me. And then trying to get on the elevator and being bummed out when he fucking gets me. It's
For
just
the record, that is totally the kind of thing you would do. but you're
Oh
right.
my
no, it's
god.
not.
That's a very Joey Davis thing to do.
I don't think you know me then, because I don't know who would do that.
I don't. It's saying.
So C tier, we did
A person that wants to die.
What's in C tier? It's definitely better than
I would-
Ant-Man.
I would
But
be bummed
I-
out. I would.
It's definitely better than Ant-Man, but I think Iron Man is better than it.
It's either top of C or bottom of B for me.
I think bottom of B.
I would put it above.
Bottom
Iron
of
Man
B? Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Is this done? No. Bottom of B?
Yeah, I think bottom of B.
Bottom of B? We're looking at Iron Man 3 right now. You
Yeah.
want to put it behind Iron Man 3?
That's what I'm saying. It's definitely
Yeah.
better than Iron Man 3, but the Iron Man 3
It's
is up there.
definitely way better than
And
Iron
it's-
Man 3. Wait,
And it's better than Thor
Hold on.
Ragnarok.
Wait.
Don't worry about it. I already had this issue.
Okay, is this? Did we already go through all these movies that are in this list in B?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
I think-
why is
I think
so
Joey
many wrong?
left.
Why are so many wrong
He
things?
went to sleep. Yeah, he has to wake up early.
Why are so many wrong things in B tier?
I
What
hate
happened?
Here's the
Because you
thing.
weren't here.
Here's the thing. I will make the case for Iron Man 3, and this is what I'll say.
I have a case for Iron Man 3, but it's not good enough to get fucking B tier.
No, this is my thing. We were in the middle of even realizing how we wanted to judge these movies.
That's
We
true.
were kind of transitioning on whether we wanted to judge them self-contained through Marvel or as real movies. Me and Joey love Iron Man 3 because you don't give a shit about anything else except for the fact that it's a cute Christmas movie about Iron Man regaining everything in a garage with a kid. And that's
That is
kind of the
pretty
kind of shit that I love about movies.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love it. And I have a soft spot for it. And
I think it's the
that's why
best
it's
of the
there.
three.
And Thor Ragnarok was out of my control because I hate it. And I think Endgame is better.
Yeah,
And-
Endgame is way better than
I
Ragnarok.
think Ragnarok was like C tier for me.
But that being said, I did say, hey guys, let's put it this way. I don't give a fuck about it so much. Put it wherever you want.
Yeah,
So-
me and you were the ones defending Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah, you- I get why people like it, and whatever. We already said our pieces on that. But,
Right. It's definitely better than Iron Man fucking 3 and Thor Ragnarok.
I wouldn't say it's better
You
than
fuck.
Ragnarok, though.
It's definitely better
okay,
than
so we're not-
Ragnarok.
Well, listen, the reason I'll say it's better than Ragnarok, even though I hate all of it, and I could say other, even though I just hate it forever, I think Thor is just a better character in Endgame than he is in that movie. That's his movie.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
I don't think Thor's a better character in Endgame. I like Thor in Endgame. I love Thor in Endgame. I love Thor in Ragnarok, though.
So are we thinking under Doctor Strange?
I love Doctor Strange.
Okay,
I think it's-
under
I
the
think it's
Avengers?
Yeah, definitely. The
first
first
Avengers
Avengers
was
was so
definitely
tight. Yeah, so tight. Such a tight fucking ass.
Okay,
It's gotta be.
we can move it later if we don't want to.
He fucked it up.
Why couldn't whoever made these fucking tier lists just finish the fucking tier list?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's cool.
Alright, there we
was
go.
probably the last movie out at the time of him making it.
Yeah, but fuck it. Anyways, Far From Home, last one on the list.
Complicated. I have a complicated relationship with this fucking movie, man.
Oh man, I saw this
I got
movie so many times in theaters.
See,
I gotta be, yeah. I would have to
So-
say C or I don't want to.
This has one of my
What-
favorite scenes in the MCU. The first trip out sequence I thought was fucking.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. How the visuals for Mysterio were fucking.
They were
bananas.
awesome.
And I'll say this. I like out of the list of the villains that we had, like the best villains that we said, fucking Killmonger, Vulture, and Thanos. I think Mysterio barely doesn't make it.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I think that his writing, I think that his motivation is a little bit iffy, but I think his writing, I think his character, I think the way that they've done this before where they take something that people think is going to be like a bad thing but make it a good thing. They tried to do that like twice, you know what I mean? Like they took a bad thing and made it a good thing but then turned it back into a very bad thing.
Real quick, just because we didn't really talk about it. Did you guys, I hate Captain Marvel with everything, but what did you guys think of how they did the Skrulls?
Oh, I actually like the Skrulls.
Okay, me too. Because I figured they're never going to do Secret Wars, and I know, but like I think that paid off. That was the only thing I really liked about the movie.
Because if you think about it, the Skrulls kind of like, it is very easy to make the Skrulls a sympathetic character.
Absolutely,
it's very easy. A misunderstood whole culture that is just
when you look at them as an oppressed tribe of people, of creatures.
It's cool. It's very cool. Yeah. I really like that flip.
Yeah,
I think it's the top of F tier, by the way.
And I love that they're like allies now with everybody. I think that's really cool.
I think that's cool.
Okay. Anyway, back to this with the bad and the good. Because you got Jake fucking Gyllenhaal, like you know, and this is the thing.
Amazing everything, yeah.
The writing for Mysterio was not great, but it's Jake fucking Gyllenhaal, and he was memorable.
Mm-hmm. He was very memorable.
Yeah.
Some of the best, you know, when you look at a Spider-Man movie, and when you look at pretty much anything in Spider-Man, like they're handling Spider-Man so fucking well. Like I'm so fucking pleased with how they're doing Spider-Man. I could not express how wonderful I feel that this is the Spider-Man that we have. I'm very bummed about the Captain Marvel. I'm so very, very pleased with this Peter Parker. I think this boy's got a lot of spunk.
We keep saying everything has spunk today, Richie. You told me your car has fucking spunk.
So, the Mysterio sequences, the hypnotic sequences, with Spider-Man is some of the best cinematic Spider-Man shit that I've ever seen.
It's fucking awesome. I love it.
I mean, it was perfect. Like they leaned into Mysterio in a way that you thought you would only see in the old '90s animated series.
They executed Mysterio. I think the only way that Mysterio could have ever been anything was the way that they did it, and I really love it. I love Home Far. Home's a little bit farther away now because we're in Europe.
Home Alone, Kevin McAllister.
Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
The boy's got spider powers now.
I can't wait for Tom Holland's 20th movie, Spider-Man Hospice.
With enough prep time, Kevin McAllister could take on the Beyonder. And then they'll finally do Secret Wars.
Spider-Man 80, not far off from Hospice.
Oh shit! Spider-Man got really into the '60s, and no one actually knows where he is.
Wait, can we have one called Spider-Man Homeless? He's just where Peter Parker just fucking goes on a bender and just treats everybody like shit and loses it.
I would prefer to have Spider-Man Home Alone, but I think my biggest complaint about Far From Home is I would have liked way more trip out sequences. It's a little entitled, but like they smartly have the money.
Everything outside of Mysterio and Spider-Man, like everything else surrounding it, like the setting, like I don't care if they're in Greece, like I don't know. I didn't really add anything for me.
I really liked MJ and Spider-Man. I really like Tom Holland and Zendaya's chemistry.
Oh, I think it's very good, and it's like it's not like an adult love chemistry because they're not adults, and that's fucking weird. They're just awkward little kids. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it so much.
I have some issues with it, and I like Homecoming far and above a lot more.
Oh yeah.
That being said, they did something that my dad called me an idiot. He goes, no way. I go, I'm telling you, I have a hunch. And they did something that blew my mind. They realized that, okay, guys, we're gonna get shit if we cast anybody else, and also we don't want to because nobody else can play the part. The fact that they got J.K. Simmons to come back as
Yeah, amazing.
J. Jonah Jameson,
Yeah.
which also opens the doors for what I hope to be like multiverse shit.
What is that? It is the best. It's like the best after credit scene.
Yeah, and then Peter Parker is Spider-Man. We have never seen Peter Parker on camera go through this before.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I think it's fantastic.
However, and I hope it's a thing that is a whole. I hope it's a whole conflict for the whole movie and not an easy fix like an hour in. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I don't want them to use. I don't want them to use scrolls or fucking use Mysterio technology to fix it. Even though they're probably gonna. Unfortunately, I can't help but feel they won't because it's an easy fix. But I don't know.
Are they going to do Sinister Six?
Yeah, they're doing that.
We know that. Okay.
Yeah. But I have issues with it, but it's good. It's good.
I think it's very good. I'll say it's definitely better than. Oh, is it better than Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it might be.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
That's where
I think it did Doctor Strange's job better than Doctor Strange.
I think I still don't understand why Iron Man 3 is still up there, so let's just fix that now.
No. You don't get to just come in and
I
do
had it at
this.
the top of C.
No, I had it at the top of D.
I have it. Let's see where I have it. I have it.
Stop.
Do you have it like
I have it in the top D.
Yeah, that's where I have it.
Okay, look, I will send you guys my list of harshly criticized
Look,
movies.
guys, can we just let it be in the memory of Joey? Just let it stay there, huh?
Stay
I
where?
think it's the best of the three. I think it's the best of the
It's
three.
so hard to judge
Wait,
things that are going
what?
into B tier.
The best of the three?
Of the three Iron Man movies, yeah. I think they suck. I think Iron Man movies are boring as hell.
You're an idiot.
I think they're boring as fuck. I think
That's crazy.
You're an
Yeah.
absolute idiot. That's so crazy. Wow.
yeah.
I will say that Iron Man 3 is did something in its marketing. This is more a test of the marketing team. They made the main villain. Jesus. The main villain. Well, it wasn't the main villain. It ended up being, but they made the Mandalorian look way scarier and look way more intimidating in the marketing, and it actually fed into the theme a little bit of the movie, which was awesome. And it ended up not being him at all. He was just a fucking guy, which I think was actually really genius because people like the Mandalorian, or not. What's his fucking name? Mandarin. People like the Mandarin for some reason. I don't give a fuck about the man. It's just another guy that knows karate with power rings. Who gives a shit? Do whatever you want with him. I don't care. So I think what they did with him was fantastic. I really liked it. Why is it still there? I'm looking at it and you're still.
The marketing is cool because they released a bunch of nudes of Robert Downey Jr.
Well, that's awesome too.
No, I mean, with Iron Man, I made the case that I like the first one. I do. I haven't seen it in a while, so I probably should just rewatch it. But regardless of me just saying I like it, it's kind of everything you want the Iron Man movie to be. I mean, they really did knock it out of the park, I think, for a first movie. Like, I don't know.
Me personally, I have Iron Man in B tier. Like normal Iron Man, I have chilling in B tier.
God damn it, Jerry.
But anyway, Iron Man 3 is just a great movie.
Jesus
It's not
Christ.
great. It is the best of the three, though.
No,
It
it's
is
great.
not. It is
I can say
absolutely
it's.
not.
I can
James,
say it's
and
great.
James, that is absolutely crazy that you keep saying that. I don't understand what's going on.
Can we put it? Can we put it in front
Standards.
of? Can we put it above the first Avengers and
Oh my god!
put Thor Ragnarok in S?
Why? And also, why is the first Thor in the bottom of? Why is it after Ant-Man? You're crazy, dude. That's insane. That's
You
wow.
weren't here. You can't do this now.
He
weren't
can't.
here.
He can't. Thank you for saying that. You can't just come in and stir it up like you're Jimmy from the Scary Godmother franchise.
Oh boy. Anyways, so
Wait,
where are
can
we
we
putting
vote?
Far From Home?
You
I
guys
think it's.
decide.
I think it's. Oh God, I think.
I think high C, low
Uh-huh.
B.
Yeah, that's what I was
I think
thinking.
it goes. I think it goes right in
It
front
goes
of.
above Iron Man 3.
It definitely.
Yeah.
I think it goes.
We'll put it
definitely
above Thor Ragnarok.
Definitely
Put it-
Thor Ragnarok, and I think it might even beat out Doctor Strange.
This
I
is
think it
why
beats out Doctor Strange.
I agree. This is what I'll say because I think Doctor Strange is a rounded movie and it's great. I love it. Spider-Man does one thing. It has a better villain than Doctor Strange. And I think that's kind of the thing that is the edge for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, me too.
Not enough ants.
Not enough
Oh
ants.
god. Not enough ants.
Yo, really? There's just not enough ants at all. I don't get it.
There's never enough ants. I watched an ant documentary and I was like, where were the ants?
Where were all the ants?
Also, James, I've thought about it. Under further review, you're right. I would be bummed out if somebody got me.
What are we talking about?
About getting taken at the mall.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't think I'd make the decision to stay, but I would be just like, oh, come on. All right.
So I would almost rather talk about where we'd like to see them go from here instead of debating 3 movies. I mean, we all decided that this is like between S or high.
Guardians is S. I'm sorry.
Guardians is S.
Yeah,
I mean, Guardians 2 is
Guardians
S.
2 bottom S.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
fine with that.
I think so too.
That's what I had originally. I didn't like
it's-
having too many S's, but
It's
Yeah.
gotta be. It can't
For
be.
Marvel standards, that's fine. I can do
it's
that.
Put Ant-Man and Wasp in D or F, and then put Homecoming maybe in like A.
Here's so like I think that so when I think about this shit again, I think about like what is the least that is the worst thing a movie can do to me is waste my fucking time completely. Like even if it's bad, I can be like, oh well, that like at least I learned something, right? At least I go, oh, that's what you shouldn't do when you're making a movie.
Maybe
Oh,
you
that
shouldn't.
doesn't-
Maybe you shouldn't show Luke Evans' penis.
That doesn't work.
And Ma.
And Ma, yeah, exactly. So this is what I think. The worst movies are the ones that you don't really fucking remember. So that shit like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Hulk, the Hulk. I mean, you remember the Hulk, but it's not good. Iron Man 2, I don't remember. I remember electric arms or some shit. I don't even. The first Thor, I don't remember a single thing that happened to the first Thor. So like I feel like those movies, like especially like Thor, Iron Man 2, and then
Murder
Ant-Man,
Boy.
like, and Murder Boy, like
Murder
they've
Kid.
got to be in D. Like for sure, they've got to be in D.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the D's and F's. I'll say this: the Incredible Hulk movie. I just don't remember a lot because I haven't seen it in a long time.
It was like a lot of it
remember-
was very boring, and then
Yeah,
a lot
I
of it
remember-
was also not very good.
Yeah, but it's hard to say. Like with home for one, Homecoming I think isn't the bottom of A because it did something for me that Joey brought up that I've always thought, and I know Richie thinks. I mean, what it is. It brought back something that I hadn't seen replicated in a long time, which was it was a John Hughes movie. It was very much like a John Hughes movie to me, and
I
would
mean,
put
yeah,
Homecoming over anything else in A.
I think
I can't say it's better than Black Panther. It's not better than Civil War, and it's not better than Guardians 1.
It's
Yeah, I
better
agree.
to me. It's better than. I mean, like I think at that point it comes down to pure bias because I love Spider-Man so much. He's such
right.
he's such an he's like such an integral, and it's such a character that I've wanted to see done right since I saw the first piece of shit Spider-Man movie in like 2002 or some shit.
Okay, Spider-Man 2 banged.
Yeah, all the Spider-Mans before Spider-Man Homecoming sucked ass, and I don't give a shit about anything.
Rewatch Spider-Man 2.
He'll hate it. He'll hate it. He'll hate it. He will hate it.
Oh,
Spider-Man Homecoming did something that no other Spider-Man movie.
Made him a kid.
It made him a kid. It made me fall in love with the version of New York that he gets to see because he is Spider-Man. And it's not just, oh, look how high I'm going. Look how fast I'm going. Well, this is crazy. Hey, babe, want to
we don't
jump
need
on
the
my
fucking
arm?
backstory again.
It's
We
a
already
kid.
saw it. We
It's
don't
a
need the
kid.
backstory.
It's a kid eating a sandwich on a building because he can.
Exactly. It's a kid helping people. And you get to know, like, you get to know why he loves this city. And not just, like, we don't just get to see New York. Like, oh, look, it's New York. You should love it, right?
We have seen it. We saw it characterized in a way in Far From Home that we have never seen it in any Spider-Man movie.
Exactly.
And arguably in just most movies.
Yeah, exactly. And I like, and dude, I've got to tell you.
There was a relationship there. There was a relationship that this character had with the city.
Dude, and I've got to tell you, like, out of any movie, I think that, like, the most fucking genius
The
thing
twist.
that has ever happened in a Marvel Cinematic Universe is making the main villain of a Spider-Man movie
The love interest dad.
the love interest's
That
dad.
shit. I remember you stared at me when I watched it. You stared at me and I flipped fucking. I mean, it's one of the things that's so crazy that you just start laughing.
When he opened that door,
dude, I know.
And it was hit, like, how the fuck did they come up with something so genius?
That's
the Amazing Spider-Man 1?
No, absolutely not.
Not
what are
at
you
all.
talking about? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
The
Yeah.
lizard dude was like Gwen's dad.
No,
No,
that's Kurt Connors.
He was the
Dude, I
policeman.
remember. It's been so long since I watched the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Kurt Connors and Gwen Stacy are not related.
Okay.
And yeah, they didn't do that. They worked together. But anyway, getting back to this movie. Yeah, I mean, it was just fucking. It was so good. Like I said, it's you. I think Richie, you missed it, but we've talked about it. Why I prefer Mr. Freeze as a character over the Joker is because what you do with that. Because you give him a motivation that is something ruthless in all of us. It's something with the heart. It's something when you care about something. When you have a villain that cares about something, all bets are off at that point.
Yep.
So when you give him a motivation of protecting his kids and protecting his wife and his family,
and providing for his family,
that is something that nobody will compromise for. And you also, when you humanize with the character, it sometimes makes him scarier. And guess what? When he looks at you and goes, "I'm gonna kill you dead," you believe it, and it's terrifying.
And it's scary. And then that scene, you start to believe, like, oh fuck, Spider-Man could fucking die when he's in there.
Yes.
Dude, Tom Holland's performance was so good when he's in
That
that
end,
rubble.
exactly.
When he's in that rubble and he's trying to push out and he's like fucking crying because he's just a kid and he's trapped under rubble.
Come on, Spider-Man. That shit.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry right now just thinking about it.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. What do we hope it does?
I want to keep talking about the
Spider-Man
MCU.
Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming, I think is better than everything in A tier. Except for Guardians 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Civil War.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
I agree.
I'm not going to convince you otherwise. I
agree wholeheartedly.
And I love Civil. Like I like some people don't really like. I fucking love Civil War. I think Civil War is fucking awesome. Like I love that shit so much.
Civil War is so tight. It's so good.
It's so tight. It's so good. The end is so fucking amazing. The fight between
gut wrenching,
dude. Oh my god. The god damn it. Oh shit. Oh my god. It's amazing. I love it. I love it so much.
Let's get some closing thoughts from everyone real quick.
Like I don't know how this is. I don't know how you guys see this ending. I don't know if you understand. Even though I see that we've already recognized that Guardians 2 is up there. I don't know if you realize how hard of a fight I'm gonna push to make that the #1 cinematic universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe film of all time. I don't think you guys are ready for the fucking ruthless.
I am.
That's about to happen.
It's crazy.
What's the name of What's the name of the planet? That's
Ego. What they did with Ego was fucking brilliant.
I love you more than I like Winter Soldier. I just have a preference for Infinity War over all of that.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, I like.
Guardians
like
are the heart of
everything.
everything for me.
Everything logically makes sense. Like logically, like Infinity War should be like probably the top up there. Logically, like Captain America is probably like a better movie. It doesn't matter. There will be Bowie knives
Yes.
drived into the hearts of my best friends.
Yes.
Just
okay.
to make sure that's number one. So I hope you guys are prepared for that.
JD.
I'll be honest.
Oh shit.
How fucked up would it be if I just said I disagree? Because I don't. It's my favorite. I think Guardians are the heart of this everything for me. But anyway, that's not my point. I'll be honest, I'm very scared for the future. I don't think it's going to be as good. I'm excited for Doctor Strange, but like I'm just seeing how dependent like the shows are on the movies and how they had to delay them, and I'm afraid. I feel like for 10 years they worked inward toward a point, and Infinity War was 50% of a great point. Regardless of how they executed it, they worked inward, and now they're trying to like climb through the gravel up out of this hole. So I'm nervous going forward. I'm actually terrified if they ever even do in the next 5 years. I'm terrified to see how they're going to treat the X-Men.
Oh,
I'm really scared.
I'm so scared.
I have hopes and wants for it, but
So do I.
I'm scared, but
X-Men-
I'm also like if they bring anything, if they bring any sort of energy like they brought to Homecoming, like if they bring anything like that to this, if they make these characters if they get even like half as right as they did Homecoming, like if they get half as right as they got Spider-Man with the X-Men, I think it'll be okay.
Because this is my thing, you guys. And yeah, tones have shifted between some of the movies, especially after First Class. But for 20 years, we have seen the same canon and the same overall vibe. I will say I'm excited to just see something new.
Me too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting here staring at a Logan poster in my room, and I don't know if I'm even ready. If they want to do a new Wolverine, if they
better not.
If they want to disregard,
I mean, what do you mean better not? They're gonna, of course they're gonna.
Like replacing Hugh Jackman or continuing
Yes,
it with
they are replacing Hugh.
They have to. They have to.
if they don't,
I'd rather them continue with what's the girl's name?
What?
I forget her name.
oh, the
That's-
child actor.
That's not happening.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's what I would
Unless I mean, I'm good to be honest. I really loved Logan.
I
thought it was
point.
great.
But
I mean, everybody knows what my thing about Logan is. It was good, but it could have been the best movie ever.
It could have been the best movie ever, but it was still great.
Yeah.
Best movie.
It was all right.
I think it's one of the best superhero movies.
Yeah.
It could have been one of the best films ever. It's so easily. Oh god,
but-
I'm gonna cry when I start thinking about it.
But I'm very scared for the future. I think what they have to do, what I've always seen, like I would never want to make a superhero movie, to be honest, unless it was an original thing. Like
Me too.
the only thing I would ever want to do is X-Men. That's the only thing I would ever want to do. And I think they need to make it like how I would do it is like John Hughesy, but a little heavier. Because you have these kids that like don't want these powers and don't want to be mutants, but they are. And if you amplify that on top of like having to deal with puberty and shit, I think it could be really sweet, really sweaty, and something new. And but I am afraid they're not going to do that. I hope they understand that for 20 years we've seen X-Men just being badass and cool.
Right.
And thinking, okay, but no, I'm very scared for the future, and I think, I don't know, man. I think it's not done, but I think we might be on the slow decline, or at least on a what's the word?
Could you
fucking-
say maybe we've seen the best?
I mean, the only hope that I have is for Spider-Man.
The only the only thing I'm really holding out for, if they do Doctor Doom right, come on.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about.
Real quick. Hold on, before we go on. Randy, closing thoughts.
I mean, yeah, it's the MCU. I mean, that's all the movies.
That's
Fantastic.
all. That's all.
I think Infinity War is the best, and Guardians 2. I think those are the two best, and I'm glad that they made top 3 at least.
Mhm.
I mean, there's nothing on this list. Like, anything below B, except for Iron Man 3, I like all the movies. I like all the movies above Iron Man 3. So I'm happy that they didn't get completely shat on because Richie wasn't here for Ragnarok.
Yeah, you got lucky there. You got
Yeah,
lucky.
you sure did.
I hate that movie the first time we saw it, and then as soon as I rewatched it without you, I loved it.
Without
Are
you.
you kidding me?
You
That's
literally,
crazy.
the entire time we watched that movie, you just shat on it, and I was like agreeing with you, and then I watched it by myself, and I was like, I disagree with this.
Yeah.
Well,
I
let's
think
go-
it's
I
my
think it's just dumb fun. It's dumb fun.
Yeah,
and
it is.
I don't have a
It's-
problem with that as much as
it's
you.
my
Fun
most
movie.
hated. It's my most hated. It's the bottom of F tier for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but are we playing D&D tomorrow?
No, we're going to the movies tomorrow.
No, we're going to movies tomorrow. Do you want to come?
Yeah.
Richie,
No, no movie.
are you driving in your
Tenet.
new car, or
I don't think I can.
He's
There's
not.
no
He's
way I can.
he's selling it.
I'm selling it now. I have to get it the title and I have to get a bunch of shit, so it's probably not going to be. But I
it's
probably
a brand new car?
no, it's not a brand new car, but I just need to. I need to get the title transferred
Transferred over.
to my name or to whose ever name wants to have. Yeah, whatever. And then it's not insured, so I have to get it insured.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
have to do
going to
all
be
the
a
parts.
minute. It's going to be a minute until I can do that. So
What time's the movie? Like 8?
I think so. I actually don't have any information on it at all.
Well,
like I
just give Dalton like $20 when we see him.
okay.
Well, let me know how you guys probably enjoyed the second best movie of the year.
I talked to somebody that says they literally can't review it.
Yeah, there are people that there's such a big twist that people are not even really trying to talk about it.
Well, people, no, not like embargo. They were like, dude, I think Christopher Nolan made the first unreviewable movie. I have no idea.
That doesn't make any sense.
He already did that.
Like,
He immediately said they need to rewatch it, like immediately.
Well, no, he said he liked it. He just said like comprehension wise, it was crazy.
Okay, I mean,
I'm
what-
hyped for it.
Like
I
he
literally
doesn't know how to articulate like anything.
I'm just
I-
excited that we're seeing it in true IMAX. We're going all the way to Crocker Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is going to be the first IMAX movie I've seen.
Really?
That's
Uh-huh.
awesome. I've never seen one, and of course I live down the street from 5, and nothing's open.
I saw Ad Astra in true IMAX with that.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Or no,
We did that.
not Ad Astra. What the fuck? No, First Man. Sorry, the Ryan Gosling and Damien Chazelle film.
Was that good?
See,
It was phenomenal. However, it was so much better at a true IMAX theater because he's Neil Armstrong in the movie, right? When they land on the moon, the IMAX screen opens up like entirely. The whole movie,
Really?
the whole screen opens up, and it just shows you it is one of the most breathtaking things I've ever seen in any movie.
Damien Chazelle. That's what he
That's
does.
incredible.
Like it was IMAX. When a movie's mastered for IMAX, you get to see it in IMAX. It's beautiful.
Is it good
Yeah,
enough
it's
to where I could watch it at home and be like, yeah,
Do you like Ryan Gosling being a stoic man?
I love Ryan Gosling.
So I mean, he's stoic in everything he does. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
I'm gonna give my closing thoughts real quick, and then we'll talk
ahead.
about literally whatever. Although I definitely kind of want to segue this. Most of these are junk food movies. There's a couple good ones. Nothing I'd rate like a 9 or higher, but I definitely think I definitely had fun with the MCU. All that I can ask from it is that I need them to go bigger and more abstract. I want fucking I love overwhelming existential stuff. I want them to do shit with like Franklin Richards. I know they're not going to, or Eternity, or I totally want them to use the one above all to bring back Black Panther. Not Black Panther, to bring back oh god, I almost said something horrible. Thank you. I almost said, oh, never mind, I'll say it off stream. And I don't see them going that direction because you can't really have like an A-list actor. You can't have, Brad Pitt playing fucking Eternity. So I don't see that happening. Or
I gotta be honest.
The Beyonder maybe. The Beyonder.
I don't think they, as far as success, I don't think they're gonna have another direction to go other than get weird and different. Because I mean, regardless of how you feel about any of the things, I mean, they're gonna look at what DC is doing with multiverse as competition, especially for as well as their fucking fan event did and shit. And regardless, they just did 10 years of these films. I think if they keep pushing the same shit and playing it safe for 5 years, people are gonna get sick of it.
I hope you're right because I'm sick of it.
I'm already sick of it.
I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night, you guys.
Good night, Jacqueline.
Bye.
Richie put ants in your bed.
What?
He put ants in your bed?
Ants?
Oh,
Bunch of
hell
ants.
yeah.
But no, don't worry. It's for the snakes to eat. So
They're
The
so
snakes.
Fire ants.
No, but I like crazy ants.
well,
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 tough
this
shit.
one didn't get mine drunk. I don't know what
They
to
won't
tell you.
bite
Yeah, I was gonna say I
me.
got one on my dad's side.
Tough shit, kid.
oh my god, I have a bunch of them. They're bad.
I saw one of them today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it the
Yeah.
druggie?
I can't tell the difference anymore.
Awesome. Me neither.
I did not see this conversation going this way.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they can. I would.
I can't tell the difference.
That's so good. I want them to do like I want to see more like Daredevil and Punisher and shit, and I want them to do Moon Knight, but I also am afraid for them to do Moon Knight.
That's fair.
They already say they're doing Moon Knight.
I don't know if they did.
I think they confirmed it.
There was rumors that Shia LaBeouf were going to do it, and I kept saying, no, that's fake. That's always fake. And then people kept pushing it forever. But outside of that, I didn't hear anything. But yeah.
Marvel rumors have been pretty accurate.
And then I
so
need
far.
to get insurance, and then the car will be mine. Yeah. And then I need to get a registering plates, and then the car.
I wouldn't say they've been
I'll-
accurate because it just depends on the source.
Never mind. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Anyways,
But yeah, I want